Today we are going to be reviewing the Anderson Pub and Grill. This American pub is very popular among locals and it's known for its traditional pub food, roomy atmosphere, and live music. Located at 8060 Beachmont Avenue in Anderson Township just east of Cincinnati, Anderson Pub and Grill has a pretty cush spot along the main drag in Anderson's bustling strip of stores and restaurants. It's a busy area, and even though they're part of the strip, they're slightly isolated and off by themselves. It's nice for a more private setting, but can also result in a blink and you miss it experience when driving along the strip, so basically a slightly awkward position in an otherwise great location. The best word to describe the atmosphere at the Anderson Pub and Grill is roomy. With 2 full bars and dining areas, a side dining area, and a huge patio, it would take a small army to fill this place to capacity. It has the feeling of a newish yet simple modern sports bar, with booths lining the walls, tables all throughout, and televisions everywhere. A very spacious yet otherwise simple sports bar atmosphere overall. Anderson Pub and Grill's menu covers all the basics when it comes to pub foods, with appetizers like nachos, mozzarella cheese sticks, and loaded cheese fries, and entrees such as wings, pizza, burgers, and sandwiches. No real frills overall, but enough options to satisfy most people's appetites. My absolute favorite thing on Anderson Pub and Grill's menu is their buffalo chicken dip. It is one of the best spicy dips I have ever tasted. The buffalo sauce, chicken, cheese, and ranch blend perfectly. It's spicy and tangy, and the ranch mixed within helps in counteracting the heat. It has such a wonderful taste to it, and I find myself craving it all the time. I've tried their burgers and their buffalo sandwich before, and I've come to the conclusion that I'm just not a fan of the bun they use. It's advertised as a Cubano bun, but I would have to say it's way too thick and chewy to be considered that style. I'm just not a fan of the way that it tastes, and it really ruins an otherwise tasty burger or sandwich. On the other hand, their chicken fingers are seriously delicious. No joke, some of the better I've had. So flavorful, breaded perfectly, juicy, just about everything you look for in chicken fingers. I was overall pretty impressed with their pizza. The taste is solid with a thin, crispy crust and a decent amount of cheese and toppings. The sauce, in my opinion, is slightly acidic and a bit much, but ordering light sauce would easily solve this issue. Pretty solid and decent pub food overall, with an exceptional buffalo chicken dip that is one of my favorite appetizers in all of Cincinnati. Service here is pretty decent. I've heard horror stories in the past of really bad service given here, but I've never experienced that. The servers are friendly enough, the orders are usually taken correctly, and the food comes out pretty quickly for the most part. Maybe nothing exceptional to report, but nothing to complain about either. With appetizers and most entrees in the $10 to $15 range, Anderson Pub and Grill is slightly in the higher price range for pubs and pub food. While some menu items are definitely worth the slightly higher price, some maybe aren't as much. They do offer daily specials that can really save you some money though. Factoring in those specials, you would have to concede that they're overall at a decent value for what they serve here. With a slightly awkward position in an otherwise heavily trafficked and popular stretch of road in Anderson, a roomy but overall simple sports bar atmosphere, a no-frills straight-up pub food menu, good food despite some flaws here and there that's also elevated by some truly exceptional items, decent service, and at an overall acceptable value, the Anderson Pub and Grill gets an even 4 out of 5, meaning it's pretty damn good. They also have a sister location in Oakley named, you guessed it, the Oakley Pub and Grill, serving up the same good food in a much smaller, cozier, and more urban atmosphere. So if you're in the mood for some good solid pub food, or you're a buffalo chicken dip fan and are intrigued to check out what all the hype is about, be sure to check out Anderson Pub and Grill.